Hello everyone, welcome to Exam Base. So in this video we will talk about how you should start your preparation for the phase 2 RBI DEPR 2023 examination. The phase 1 examination is over and there's no point thinking about what will be the cutoff or whether you will be able to make it or not. Even if you are able to clear it by the margin, you should still aim for a very good score in your phase 2, because ultimately after the phase 2 the cutoff will be released out of 400 marks. So even if you haven't been able to do well in the first 2 papers, never mind, there are 2 more papers, so you still have 200 marks, okay, out of which you can still, if you do better here, you can pull up the total aggregate score for the cutoff for phase 2. So we will discuss here what should be the right strategy, how should you start your preparation, and what to focus on, what are the important areas and different aspects. So let's start. If you haven't yet watched these videos, you can have a look at these 2 videos, where this one here Amit sir had done a short analysis of the exam, and in this various detailed questions are discussed for both the English as well as the objective economics paper, so you can have a look at this. So the exam dates is the exam will happen on September 2nd, and it will happen in 2 shifts for both these 2 papers separately. Now we already know the pattern that in your phase 2, the paper 1 will comprise of microeconomics and macroeconomics questions, and the weightage of both these will be equal. It's clearly mentioned in the notification that the weightage here is equal, it carries equal marks. Similarly, the paper 2 will have quantitative methods and Indian economy, and again here the weightage of both these subjects will be equal. So if it's a 100 marks paper, 50 marks will come for quantitative methods and 50 marks for Indian economy, and similarly in the first paper. So all of these 4 sections are important. You should not miss any of them, and give equal amount of time to each of these sections. Now we have a free workshop scheduled on 27th of July at 8 PM for descriptive answer writing. The registration link is in the description of this video. If you like, you can just check it out. Now the right strategy. So see, for this phase 2 preparation, there are 2 important sources which should act like a Bible for you. One is the DEPR previous year questions. These are easily available on our website also, and the IES previous year questions, because this will give you a good repository of different questions from microeconomics and macroeconomics, as well as quantitative methods, because not a lot of questions were asked from quantitative methods earlier in the phase 2 examination. Hardly 1 or 2 have been asked, but if you take the IES previous year questions document as the base, then you will already have a good repository of questions. Now how should you proceed then? So now you have the questions. What is the next step? You should go through the questions, and even if you're not writing each and every questions, at least try to frame a structure in your mind that, for instance, suppose there is a question on growth and development. Okay, let's say there is a question on Harry-Doman model. What is the Harry-Doman model? What are its limitations? And discuss it in the context of the Indian economy. Suppose this is the question asked from growth and development. Now, in this kind of questions, just read the question and try to frame a broad structure in your mind that how are you going to write an answer for this. So first, what should you do? You will discuss in the intro paragraph that what do you understand by the Harry-Doman model, who gave it, when was it given, and what is this studies. Then what are the various, you will discuss the structure of the model, and write what it measures, what are the variables on which it depends upon. Then what are the limitations as a next step, and then you will try to relate it with the Indian context. So this is a broad framework. Okay, so even if you're not explicitly writing each and every point, just try to jot down the small one-liner pointers. This way your structure will be prepared, and you in the examination, what will happen is that you won't have to think a lot at the time of writing your answers. You have a broad structure, you just need to frame it then and there. So for all the questions, you should at least prepare a structure of the answer, and you should also try to give at least 5 to 6 hours daily for answer writing. So 2 hours is your exam time for each of these two papers. So try to sit down for 2 hours at a stretch, and then write the answers. Try to attempt these different questions from these two documents. That's the best strategy, and that way you will be able to prepare well. Similarly, you should also focus on it is important and favorite topics that have been consistently asked. For example, the Mundell-Fleming model. This is very, very important for phase 2 point of view. This has been there, has been asked in many a times in the previous years, right? Then now they've also started asking questions from econometric analysis, so you should also be well prepared with which tests to use, and how do you write hypothesis testing, and how do you do test the significance level. All these things should be clear. So try writing down answers in that way, and try to structure it. That's how you will be able to prepare a good chunk of the syllabus, instead of going topic wise. And I would suggest that at this point of time, you should directly go to the questions and start framing your answers, because you've already read a lot of the material while you were preparing for phase 1, and you have the sources and the material. Now you just need to structure your answers for phase 2 in a descriptive format. So and also we will be releasing the mock test for phase 2 starting 28th of July. This is the schedule for the release of tests, and each and every tests are checked, and the feedback is provided one-on-one on your email, and the sample answers also you will receive. And we also have in addition to these mock tests, we will also conduct some around 10 live sessions to discuss the important questions in the class itself for phase 2. And we will also have in the end one special class on finance topics, because we have seen in phase 1, although finance EAPM model was not explicitly there in the course, but question from it was asked, and CAPM was also asked last year in phase 2 examination. So we feel that it's an important topic, so we will conduct a special class on some other finance topics also, including the CAPM model. Also, you can find the preparation guide for your phase 2 preparation. You can download the preparation guide from the link given in the description of this video. You can check out the phase 2 course also if you like. If you have any other queries, you can call us here. Thank you, and all the best for your preparation.